No matter how hard you try to keep control, there is something that insists on escaping. It is a restlessness that grows every day, a thought that doesn't leave them in peace, as if it were impossible to move forward without facing what is really happening. No matter how much they distract themselves, in silence, that feeling returns. It is so intense that it seems to suffocate. There are moments when they find themselves lost, reliving memories, trying to understand why this still affects them so much. And there is that doubt, cruel and insistent. Is this just in their head? Or is there something more, something they still can't fully see? It's not easy to deal with the unknown, with the weight of feelings that seem bigger than them. It's as if the universe is trying to tell them something, forcing them to look at a truth that they might not be ready to face. But running from it won't change what is coming to light. Today, everything starts to make sense. There's no way to avoid it anymore. What is about to be revealed will bring them the answers their heart is longing for, but only if they are willing to listen. Are they prepared for what is coming next? Every time they try to close their eyes to sleep, the image of their face appears clearly. Those shared moments, those words spoken, and even the simplest gestures return like a movie playing over and over in their mind. This person is in a state of deep emotional confusion. There is an invisible force pulling them in their direction, even though they have tried to resist, distance themselves, or even ignore what they feel. Deep down, they know that you are special in a way that no one else has been. And now this is becoming undeniably clear. All the sleepless nights and all the dreams where you appear make them realize that something much bigger is happening. The angels reveal that this is the moment for you to prepare for what is to come. They will soon have to face their emotions like they have never done before. All this internal turmoil is not just a phase, but a clear sign that the time to make a decision is approaching. Their presence in this person's life is like a light that illuminates the darkest corners of their soul. Even though they have tried to keep this light away for a long time, now there is no escaping it. The angels are guiding both by putting them in situations that force the person to confront what they feel and realize that a great revelation is about to happen. They will realize that ignoring what they feel for you is no longer an option. You may have noticed confusing or even distant behaviors from this person. They may have given mixed signals, sometimes showing interest, other times withdrawing. But the truth is that this emotional roller coaster is a reflection of the internal battle they are fighting. The fear of fully surrendering to you, of opening up to something so deep and true, is what makes them hesitate. But the angels show that all of this is about to change. The sleepless nights, the incessant thoughts, the dreams that keep bringing you back to their mind are just a prelude to what is coming. And what comes next is a turning point, as this person will no longer be able to escape what they feel. They will be forced to look within themselves and finally take action. At this moment, there is something happening that goes far beyond what they can see or understand. The angels are by their side, bringing an important message. Patience is needed, but also courage to face the feelings that have been building up in their heart. It is not easy to deal with uncertainty, especially when what they feel is so intense and seems to find no clear answers. But know that each step, each moment of waiting, is part of something greater, something that is being carefully guided. The person who occupies their thoughts is at a breaking point. For a long time, they have tried to hide what they feel, denying even to themselves the depth of this connection. But the truth is that, in the silence of the night, when everything seems calm, it is you who fills their thoughts. It is as if, even unintentionally, your presence is in every corner of their mind, making ignoring what they feel impossible. The angels show that there is an internal struggle happening. They are being forced to confront their own fears, the fear of getting hurt, the fear of not being enough, the fear that, by completely surrendering, they will not be reciprocated in the way they expect. But most significantly, these fears are slowly being overcome. Because deep down, this person knows that the emptiness of living without you is much greater than any risk of opening their heart. At this moment, they may feel like they are in an endless wait, unsure whether they should continue to believe or move on. But know that the angels are working so that everything happens at the right time. Every movement, every feeling, is aligning to bring clarity to this connection. This wait, however difficult it may be, is necessary for both to be ready for what is to come. The truth is that even when they tried to follow different paths, something always brought them back to you. That connection, that force you share, is not common. It's an energy that transcends barriers, that makes this person feel an uncontrollable need to be close to you, even though they still don't know exactly how to deal with it. Their angels ask you to keep your heart open, but also firm. It's not about waiting passively, but about trusting that true love finds its way. This person is going through a transformation process, learning to face their own ghosts and to recognize that you are not just another person in their life. You are someone who has awakened feelings in them that were long asleep, something they didn't even know they were still capable of feeling. And that's why they find themselves in this state of conflict. Because realizing how much you mean to them also forces them to reevaluate everything: their choices, their beliefs, their fears. This is not something that happens overnight. But know that with every step they take towards this understanding, they get closer to you. The angels show that there are signs around, small gestures indicating that things are changing. Maybe you have noticed a different look, a word spoken more carefully, or even the silence that somehow seems to carry a deeper meaning. All of this reflects what is happening in their heart, a heart that is learning to open up again. At this moment, you are being called to trust, not only in them, but in yourself. Trust that you are worthy of this love, that you have the power to transform this person's life, just as they have transformed yours. The journey may not be easy, but it is true, and the angels are guiding each step so that you can find the way to each other. This is the opportunity to let love do its work, to allow it to heal the wounds, dissolve the doubts, and create something beyond what any of them could imagine. Everything is moving in the right direction, even if it may sometimes seem slow or uncertain. And when the time comes, they will understand that it was worth waiting, trusting, and believing. This is the moment when they will realize. Start to let their guard down, even if gradually, and seek ways to get closer to you. The sense of peace that you bring, even from a distance, is something they can't find in anyone else. And the more they try to fight against it, the stronger the bond between you becomes. Their angels are asking you to stand firm, to continue being that calm and loving presence, because that's exactly what will help them overcome their fears and uncertainties. What is happening behind the scenes, even if you don't see it, is intense work by the angels. They are softening this person's heart, bringing clarity so they can see what truly matters. All the confusion they feel and all the insomnia are signs that something deep is changing within them. It's as if they are going through an awakening, a realization that can no longer be ignored. And you, with your unique energy, are at the center of it all. The angels show that you have been chosen to be by this person's side in this crucial moment of transformation. It was not by chance that you entered their life at the exact moment, and now, more than ever, your presence is essential to help them in this difficult phase. So keep your faith. What is to come will be a reunion of souls where everything that was left behind will be resolved. That person who today can't sleep thinking about you will soon make a decision that will change the course of this story forever. As the nights go by and sleep escapes their mind, they begin to realize that their feelings for you are much deeper than anything experienced before. They can no longer hide behind the distractions of daily life, and it is during those silent hours of the early morning that their thoughts become clearer and uncontrollable. The desire to be close to you intensifies every day, and the emotional distance they try to maintain no longer makes any sense. Something very powerful is happening within them. They are being challenged to. Times, they have been behaving differently. This is because they are internally struggling to balance what they feel with what they fear. The internal transformation is underway, and although it may be a painful process, it is also necessary for their growth. It is important that you remain patient and understand that this journey is unique for each person. They need time to assimilate all of this and find their own truth. In the meantime, continue to be a source of light and support. Know that your role in this process is essential, as you represent the key to their emotional liberation. The angels are by their side, guiding them in the right direction and ensuring that this path will lead them to emotional fulfillment. In the end, this confrontation with their own emotions may result in a deeper and truer love between the two of you. It is an opportunity for mutual healing, where both can grow together and achieve an even stronger connection than before. Stay firm in your faith in the transformative power of love and know that everything is unfolding as it should. The challenges faced today will be the foundations of tomorrow's victories. The interactions you've had seemed more distant, perhaps even confusing. But the angels want you to know that doesn't mean they don't care or have lost interest. On the contrary, this behavior is a reflection of an internal battle they are facing. The stronger the feeling for you, the more they fight against their own fears and insecurities. And this has kept them awake, literally. Sleepless nights are like a call from the universe, a constant reminder that what you have is special and needs to be fully lived. The angels show that during these sleepless nights, this person is receiving signs and messages that lead them back to you, whether through dreams, thoughts, or even synchronicities in daily life. They are beginning to realize that the universe is trying to guide them back to the path of love. The angels ask you to be patient during this process. This person is in a delicate moment of self-discovery, and although not yet ready to fully open up, the spiritual work happening within them is deep and true. Every sleepless night, every dream, every memory that makes them think of you is another step on this journey of healing and transformation. What you need to understand right now is that this person's love for you is growing, even if they don't yet know how to express it. This feeling is taking over every part of them, and they are gradually realizing that there's no escaping it. The only way out is to surrender to what they are feeling and let love flow freely. Your angels show that in the days to come, you may notice small signs that this person is starting to let their guard down. It could be an unexpected message, a subtle gesture of affection, or even a comment revealing what they have been thinking about. These signs are important because they mark the beginning of a new phase in this relationship, the phase where this person finally begins to allow. They may feel without fear, but it is crucial that at this moment they also take care of themselves. Their angels ask them to continue focusing on their own well-being, personal and spiritual growth. Do not put all the happiness in the hands of that person. Remember that they are strong, capable individuals full of light, and it is this energy that is drawing that person back to them. The more they shine, the stronger the connection between both will be. What is happening now is a true transformation for both them and that person. The angels are guiding both towards a reunion, but for this reunion to be complete and true, both need to be ready. And this preparation is happening even if subtly and silently. Every sleepless night, every thought that reminds them of you is leading that person to a deeper understanding of what they share. So stay calm and have faith. What the angels show is that this love has a much greater purpose than they can imagine. That person, even if they have tried to resist, can no longer escape. Deep in their hearts, they know that you are the right person, destined to be by their side. And when they finally accept this, it will be a moment of great transformation for both. As that person navigates through their own feelings and tries to understand what is happening within them, insomnia becomes a clear reflection of their internal battle. Thoughts about you are always present, whether in the deep silence of the night or in the gaps of the day. They are realizing that the shared connection is not common, and the intensity with which it affects them emotionally makes them rethink everything they have experienced. The angels reveal that on sleepless nights they not only think about you, but also begin to imagine a future together, as if unconsciously planning a scenario where you are part of every detail of their life. They visualize moments of happiness by their side, from small gestures of affection to the big steps they could take together. These thoughts are so vivid they seem real, almost as if they were already sharing this life. But along with these dreams, there is also fear, the fear that by opening up completely to you, they risk getting hurt in a way they have never experienced before. This conflict between the desire to get closer and the fear of getting hurt is what has been hindering them from acting clearly until now. They are paralyzed by these two opposing forces, the deep love they feel for you and the wounds from the past that still haunt them. Their angels want you to know that this hesitation is not a sign of weakness, but rather part of a healing process that is taking place. They need to confront their shadows, their insecurities, and learn to trust again, both in love and in themselves. That's why thoughts about you are so intense during the night. They come as a constant reminder that true love cannot be set aside and that running away will not solve their internal conflicts. What you might not know is that they often pick up the phone to send you a message during those sleepless nights, but give up at the last moment. They spend minutes looking at the screen, typing and deleting, thinking about how to start a conversation without appearing too vulnerable. This behavior reflects their fear of opening their hearts and exposing their feelings. But their angels show that courage is slowly growing within them. Soon, this cycle of hesitation will begin to break. There is a reason why this connection between you remains so strong even as time passes and adverse circumstances come. The angels want you to know that both of you have a higher purpose together. Your relationship is marked by deep learning, both emotional and spiritual. And everything is so intense that they were brought into each other's path to heal old wounds, to teach each other what true love means, the love that transforms and uplifts. Even without realizing, they are beginning to recognize the importance of this connection. Each sleepless night brings them closer to this truth, and, although they still feel fear, they know they cannot keep running away forever. With each passing day, with every thought of you, the universe is guiding them towards a choice. And this choice involves opening up, allowing oneself to feel, and finally taking action. The angels ask that during this waiting time, you keep the focus on yourself. The love you feel for this person is real and has the potential to transform both of your lives. But for this to happen, it is important that you are aligned with your own light. The best way to help this person overcome their fears is by being a source of stability and peace. Continue to show the strength and confidence you have always shown, as it is this energy that draws them back to you. Remember that the angels are working behind the scenes, creating the ideal circumstances for both of you to come together in a full and genuine way. It is no coincidence that this person cannot get you out of their mind. There is a synchronicity at play here, something much greater than both can understand at the moment. And even though time may seem like an obstacle, know that everything is moving in the right direction. You may have felt at times that they were pulling away, or even that they did not care as much as you. But the angels want you to know that this is not true. What is happening is that they are facing their own demons, their own insecurities, and this makes them hesitate. But the love they feel for you is real, and no matter how hard they try to hide it, there is no denying what is happening inside them. The sleepless nights, the dreams, the constant memories, all of this is part of it. A process of emotional maturity. They are being called to reconnect with what is true, with what really matters, and that includes you. The journey they are on is not easy, but every step they take, however small, brings them closer to a pivotal moment. Their angels show that soon they will be confronted with a situation that will force them to make a decision. It will be something that puts them face to face with their fears, and at the same time, with the possibility of fully experiencing this love. And when that moment comes, it will be crucial for you to be ready to welcome them with open arms, with understanding and patience. What is at stake here is much more than just a common relationship. You two are connected in a deep and spiritual way, and the angels are guiding that connection so that both of you can grow together. Whatever may have happened in the past, anything that caused fear or pain is now being healed, and this healing is necessary for you to move on to the next stage of this journey. So, remain calm and confident. Your angels are by your side as well as by their side, helping them to see the truth about what they feel for you. The sleepless nights, the incessant thoughts, all of this is part of the process, and soon everything that is hidden will come to light. This person will come to you, and when they do, it will be with a clarity and determination that did not exist before. Then you will understand that all those nights of waiting and all the uncertainties were actually a preparation for the imminent reunion. While this person continues to face their sleepless nights, their angels are working intensely to bring clarity to their heart. What once seemed like a jumble of emotions is now starting to make sense to them. Everything they suppressed out of fear of getting hurt, all the feelings they tried to hide, are finally surfacing uncontrollably. Stop pretending that these thoughts will disappear. The truth is they have marked you deeply, and their presence in your life is something that cannot be ignored. Their angels want them to know that, while this person struggles with their own fears and doubts, there is a part of them that desperately wants to open up to you. They wonder what it would be like to simply set aside the fear and allow love to blossom between you unabashedly. However, the emotional healing process they are going through is delicate, which is why things are taking longer than you would like. The good news is that this person is reaching a turning point. The sleepless nights, the repetitive dreams, the thoughts that won't leave them alone, all of this is leading them to an inevitable conclusion. The love they feel for you is real and deep, and there is no more running away from it. They are beginning to accept that, no matter how much they try to ignore it, this connection is stronger than any resistance they may have. And now, more than ever, they are starting to understand that the fear of getting hurt is smaller than the pain of living without you. You may be wondering why it took them so long to realize something so clear to you from the beginning. But the angels show that each person's healing time is different, and the journey they went through was necessary so that when they finally open up to you, it will be in a complete and sincere way. All the emotional barriers built over the years are crumbling, and the angels' work is softening their heart, preparing them for the next step. Their angels also want you to understand your essential role in this process. Even without realizing it, your energy and light have awakened this person from an emotional slumber. Something about you, in the way you live your truth, how you demonstrate strength and resilience, touched parts of them long hidden. And that messages or seeking opportunities to be by their side. All of this is part of the process of getting closer that they are experiencing. During these sleepless nights, it is urgency that confronts them. They know that they cannot continue postponing this decision for much longer. Each day without you by their side is a day in which they feel like they are missing out on a precious opportunity to experience true love. The angels whisper in their ears, reminding them that the time is now, and that the changes they fear so much are actually the path to the happiness they seek. Meanwhile, you may be feeling the effects of this energy. Perhaps you have noticed subtle signs that something is changing, like this person being more present in your thoughts or small synchronicities happening around you. All of this is part of the greater plan that the angels are weaving to unite you at the right moment. The angels want you to know that they are not ignoring what they feel. Even in moments of silence, when they seem distant or indecisive, there is a storm of emotions within them. And it is this storm that drives them forward, leading them to the final decision, to have you in their lives fully and truly. However, this decision will not come without challenges. They still need to overcome their own fears, especially the fear of not being enough for you. They carry scars from past relationships and disappointments that made them believe that love always ends in pain. It is this fear that makes them hesitate and prevents total surrender. Nevertheless, the angels show that over time this resistance will weaken. Their love for you is so strong that it will eventually overcome all these barriers. In the coming days, you may notice an increase in attempts by this person to get closer to you. They might start sending more messages or seeking opportunities to be by your side. Frequent messages or comments that previously wouldn't have occurred are small gestures indicating that something is changing within them. They are starting to trust more in their own feelings and gradually allowing themselves to be more vulnerable with you. It is important at this moment that you remain open and receptive. Their angels show that the love and patience you have shown so far have been crucial for this person's growth. They see in you a source of security and comfort, someone with whom they can be themselves without masks or defenses. And this feeling of belonging is exactly what they need to overcome their insecurities. Their angels also ask you to continue taking care of yourself. Do not let waiting or anxiety dominate your thoughts. Remember that you are a strong and luminous person, and that true love starts within yourself. The more at peace you are with yourself, the more that peace will be conveyed to that person. And it is this energy of balance that will help take the relationship to a new level. As this person draws near to a decision, the angels are creating the perfect environment for everything to fall into place at the right moment. Do not rush things, as each stage of this journey has its purpose. What matters now is that both of you are heading in the right direction and the universe is conspiring in your favor. This person, who was once lost in their own fears and uncertainties, is now starting to see clearly. They know that the love they feel for you cannot be ignored and they are slowly preparing to take action. And when the time comes, it will be a meeting of souls that will profoundly and enduringly transform both of your lives. Therefore, maintain their faith and trust. Their angels are by their side guiding every step. And what is to come will be more beautiful and rewarding than they could imagine. The journey that the two of them are going through together, even on paths separated for now, is about to reach a climax. Their angels show that soon this person will make the decision they have been avoiding, but deep down always knew to be inevitable. They will open up to them, allowing love to fully enter their lives. All the sleepless nights, all the doubts and fears that have haunted them so far are creating the foundation for this moment of clarity, where they will finally understand that living without them is not an option. What the angels want them to know is that this is a destined love, a spiritual bond that transcends time and circumstances. They have been brought together for a much greater reason than any obstacle that may have arisen so far. This love has been forged in life experiences that somehow have shaped who they are today, and the upcoming meeting will be a point of transformation for both. In the next few days, the signs will intensify. They may notice that they are more open, starting to break the silence and approaching in ways previously impossible. Perhaps finally they will receive that message they have been waiting for, or that unexpected gesture showing they are ready to leave the past behind and build a new future by their side. The angels ask that, when this moment comes, they be ready to receive them with an open heart. The fears and doubts carried for so long will not disappear overnight, but the love and patience shown so far have been crucial for the healing happening within them. What is to come is a true love where both can show who they really are, without masks or defenses. You should also know that this journey was not just theirs. While they dealt with their own internal conflicts, you also grew, strengthened, and learned valuable lessons about love, patience, and faith. Their angels reveal that throughout this journey, they found an inner strength perhaps unknown until then. It is precisely this strength that will be the foundation of their relationship. We are about to build together. Now more than ever, it is important to maintain their unwavering faith. The work the angels are doing behind the scenes is about to bear fruit, and their reunion will be marked by an emotional depth that both may have never experienced before. It will be a moment of revelations, where both can finally share what they feel without fears or reservations. Write in the comments, "I accept the love that the universe has prepared for me, so that this transformation enters their life and opens doors to what is to come." If this message touched their heart, subscribe now to the channel and activate the bell to continue receiving these messages that can change the course of their life. Do not miss the upcoming revelations, which may be exactly the sign you have been waiting for. What is to come is a new beginning, where both will be ready to live the love they always knew existed but needed time and patience to flourish. Their angels show that this love will not only be a source of joy for both of them, but also an inspiration to those around them. They will be an example that true love, when guided by faith and patience, can overcome any obstacle. Now, with their hearts full of hope, their angels ask for trust in the process. What is about to happen will change everything, and the long-awaited reunion will be even more beautiful and transformative than they imagined. Keep their light shining, for it is that light that will continue to guide the way to them. And when they finally arrive, know that this love was their destiny from the start. This is just the beginning. Sign up and continue this journey with us, for what is to come will be revealing and transformative.